years ago when I started collecting watches, getting an automatic watch with a sapphire crystal under $200 was completely unheard of. However, today, it's almost commonplace. There are tons of brands offering really affordable automatic watches out there. Today, we're going to take a look at a brand called Boderry. I featured one of their watches here on my channel about 2 years ago. Today, we're taking a look at their bronze watch. It comes in well under $200. It gets trick lume, but is it any good? Let's flip the camera and take a look at a bronze SEATURTLE from Boderry. So this is, I think, the third Boderry I've featured here on my channel. I've actually featured this watch with a stainless steel case in the past. This is the bronze version. It gets a blue dial and blue bezel. You still get that honeycomb pattern on the dial that is lumed. We'll do a lume shot towards the end. And then the non-primary indices, again, are in that honeycomb shape. It looks really cool, and it's one of the nicest features on this watch. This is a cheap watch. It's $159 for an automatic dive style watch. It's dive style, and it only gets 100 meters of water resistance. That's why I call it dive style, but obviously that's pretty good water resistance for every day, especially considering it's a $159 watch. As I mentioned, this is in bronze, so you're getting a bronze bezel, a bronze crown, and bronze case. The case back is in stainless steel. This is called the SEATURTLE. So you have a little bit of a sea turtle engraving on the back with some waves. Everything looks really, really good on this case back and very nicely finished. There are polished areas, there's brushing, there's bead blasting. It's screwed in. You have a screwed in crown as well. That's how you get the 100 meters of water resistance. You can see there's a little bit of patina already on the case, which looks pretty good. You have crown guards on here. You have a very big crown, and the crown is signed. That blue dial, as I mentioned, has a honeycomb pattern, which is really hard to see unless you get really, really close up. But if you throw a little bit of UV light on there, you see that pattern right away. You have the Boderry logo right below the 12 o'clock index, and then right above the 6 o'clock index, it just says automatic and 100 meters of water resistance. You have a date with a little bit of a window at the 3 o'clock. It cuts off part of the index at 3 o'clock. Not a huge fan of that, but again, this is a $159 watch, so just keep that in mind. It's really not an expensive watch, and they've tried to add as many features as they can. This does get a automatic movement. It's the 8215 from Miyota, so it's a Japanese automatic movement. It does not hack, so I have seen versions of the 8215 that do. This one does not, unfortunately. I'm not sure if they make ones that do. However, this watch does not. Again, $159. I guess you can forgive that. The only thing I do find a little bit weird is that they put a stainless steel buckle on here. It's a very nice buckle, but I would have liked to see a bronze buckle. I'm not sure that would cost anything extra, and it would make a lot more sense. You do get a very nice strap on here. It's a calf leather strap with cream stitching on both sides. It looks really good, feels really nice, very soft and very comfortable. But like I said, I would like to see a bronze buckle on this watch. I'm not sure if this is a sample. That's the reason why they did that. However, kind of doesn't make sense. You also get stainless steel colored hands with vintage lume, so patinaed lume, and the same thing goes for the applied indices. The hands sort of remind me of what you get from a Seamaster 300. Obviously, broad arrow for the hour hand, and then you sort of have a dagger for the minute, and then a lollipop for that second. All three of those are loomed. We'll do a lume shot at the end. I don't believe the honeycomb pattern really lasts very long when it's lit up. However, I believe the indices are decently applied. So this is basically a 40 millimeter watch. It's like 40 and a half millimeters, somewhere around there. It's around 12 millimeters thick, and it gets 100 meters water resistance. It's a dive style watch, so I guess it kind of makes sense. It could have been a little bit thinner, but you're getting a Miyota 8 series inside, so that does take up a little bit of space. 48 millimeters lug to lug, and the crown is 7.3 millimeters. So pretty big crown, and you do have these crown guards. At the case, it's about a 41 millimeter watch is what I've measured a few times. As I mentioned before, this is a $159 watch. I think that's a pretty good price for what you're getting. You're getting automatic Japanese movement, sapphire crystal, bronze case, and a little bit of trick lume, which is pretty cool. So all in all, I do like the package, and I do think it's worth $159. I do wish that they changed the buckle, because it really doesn't match the case, and it kind of looks weird without it having a matching buckle. I'm not sure how much more that would have cost them, but I think it would really work well. Very quickly, let me show you the watch that I have on my wrist. I'll throw this on my wrist and then we will do a lume shot. Today I have the Seamaster 57. This is a review that is going to be dropping pretty soon. I love this watch. This is just a cool Speedmaster with a beautiful master chronometer, coaxial movement, and it's a hand wound movement, and I will throw up pictures of the movement so you guys could see what I'm talking about. It is gorgeous, and it's a little bit different. You know, it's inspired by the 1957 Speedmaster, and you know, the dial is, at least, but it's kind of different from the 1957 Speedmaster. It's just a weird watch, and I really like it. I think it's pretty expensive, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous watch. Review for that dropping pretty soon. So here is the Boderry SEATURTLE on my 7.5 inch wrist, and you can see it wears like a 41mm watch. It's sort of a Rolex Submariner homage, so that's how it wears. The only thing, and again, I will complain about this again, is that buckle, because when you're looking at it from the side like this, you see stainless steel and then you see bronze. You know, could have been thought out a little bit better on that front, in my opinion. But other than that, I think they did a great job designing the watch, especially at the price for $159. Very quickly, I'm gonna throw it under the UV light and then we will do a lume shot. There you go. You can see the lume on the honeycomb portion fades very, very quickly. So it's not there very long. In person, you could see it a little bit better. On screen, I'm not sure if it's picking up completely, but you can see the hands and the indices are lumed, and then you have a little bit of lume in the bezel and that pip. Lume is not terrible. It's not extremely well applied. I wouldn't say it's liberally applied, but it's decently applied to the hands and the indices. That honeycomb does fade very, very quickly. I'll just give it a little hit so you can see it again, but there you go. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. It's a very affordable watch at $159. However, obviously there are some quirks with the watch, so if you're willing to overlook some of those little issues, it's a pretty decent watch for $159 in a bronze case that obviously has a pretty reliable Miyota movement inside. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel and I very much appreciate it. Anyway guys, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you in the next video.